Hello everyone, I'm Taylor, this and the Wizard, and this is for Perfect Entry. I'm sitting here and scalping, and today I thought I'd just kind of film a short video where I'm going to trade indices, and this is how you're going to see me sort of go through and scalp on the 1 minute chart. You're going to see me opening and closing positions on MT4. You're going to see me have charts on TradingView. It's going to be a bit of everything. We're going to start off by saying, first of all, if you can see the fan there, it's hot. If you can hear it, I'm not sorry. So we've got US30 open. You can see that I've marked it. What I've been doing very recently with US30, especially when scalping, is marking up every 50 points. You can see that it just makes a nice support and resistance, and you can kind of call levels just before it gets there. So what I've done is I saw an idea for a buy and thought maybe I should buy. The risk reward's pretty positive, and I just took it. If I open MT4, now this is going to look ridiculous because it says one full lot on a very small account, because that's the smallest lot size I can place on IC markets. But we're just going to see how it goes. I've noticed that the price is slightly different. On IC markets it's 31.027, and on this it's currently sitting at 31.06, but we will live with it and see what happens. We're just kind of going to go through and kind of see why we've taken this trade. So what we got on the chart is I'm currently running a speed scalper. Speed scalper is bullish. You can see that the Heikin-Ashi candles had gone bullish at the time of entry. We've just come through and tested against one of our lines, which is a nice support level. As you can see, it was resistance, it became a bit of support. So I decided that made it a good level to buy. You're always wanting to buy at support, you don't really want to buy at resistance, let's be real. And we're just running up to the next level. Now, I'm going to probably open this again in a couple minutes time and I'll stitch it together. We'll see how this one goes. This is part 2 of that same video because I've just opened it back up, and I just thought that while I'm here I'll quickly show the 1 minute chart for it on regular candles, because I was using Heikin-Ashi candles before, and you can see that on 1 minute it's kind of still sitting around this support zone. And again, the value of it, yeah, okay, $10 is like more percentage than you're supposed to risk, but also it's the smallest possible lot size, so there's not much I can do. You'll see that I'm also not running a stop loss. It's more because the prices are different between the two. So you can see that on here we're currently at 31.060, and you can see that on here we're at 31.025, 26 almost. So it makes setting stop loss a little bit interesting. I would probably set it just down here at like, that'd be like 30.0985. And it would probably be wise to do so. But in this case, I'm literally having to watch it off of TradingView. I do also have a magic key somewhere if I want to use it, that I can just push the close button. So there is that option available. But for now, I'm just watching it on TradingView, and then if it gets close, then I'll go close it. So for the first time, this has just started to go into profit. Currently only about £5. Yeah, it's a GBP account, £5 in profit. We can see that it looks a lot better on TradingView. But again, the prices aren't correlated, they're almost offset to each other. We can see that everything's still lining up nicely, just sitting and waiting. It's pushing up nicely on Heikin-Ashis. We'll see what it looks like on regular candles. On regular candles, again, you've got that nice, clean bit of movement going on. And hopefully the price can continue. If we look at this again, you can see that we're almost around £8, and we're sitting at 31.041. This is on the 5 minute chart. If I now go and cross correlate this on the 5 minute chart, it should look near enough similar. 1 down, 2 down, 3 up, 1 down, 2 down, 3 up. Yep, we're near enough the same. It's just prices being offset. As this comes up, we can start looking towards the idea of taking off a little bit of profit if we absolutely need to. But we can just sit, and I'm just currently sitting and watching this. Be nice to see when price comes up to that 100 mark, which lines up with all of these candles. So for reference, it's lining up with these right here. If I just put a longer line down there, and you can see that we're again about 25 points out. So we can see that we're pretty accurate on the whole 25 points of difference. That just seems to be what I see markets and on MT4 versus TradingView is on the broker that I've chosen, and that's perfectly fine. We're currently now sitting at almost $12 pounds, and we're just going to chill and wait, see what happens a bit more. This is pushing up nicely. Again, I'm going to drop back down to the 1 minute because this is about quick scalping. I'd be considering taking off some profit just because we are near enough that high. However, in a bullish market, you should make higher highs anyway. But if you're being particularly cautious, you can take off some just at this sort of high, just to make it risk-free. You are at the previous high, does make sense. But I'm just going to be running up to the next line, and then we'll work it on from here. Still looking at the position, we did have a little bit of a pullback just towards our entry price. Heikinashi's, it shows just a wick, but in reality I think it was a little bit more than just a wick. I think it might have been a couple of candles. Oh no, it was just a wick. Now just waiting for something else. Again, this is why you should really take profit when you do reach previous high, because you can see that they two wicks do line up perfectly. But now we're just waiting for a little bit more. Again, I would have taken off some profit if it wasn't the smallest lot size. It's the smallest lot size, so I'm just waiting for target. The other thing I would say is that if you are trading a very small account, you probably should take off when you hit that previous high, just simply because it's going to be a lot quicker to focus on individual moves and grow, and you're able to move from trade to trade a lot quicker. But yeah, for now I am just waiting, seeing what happens. Currently sitting just above entry, I think, maybe on my entry. Yeah, it's about £1 in profit, 40 cents. So if it doesn't continue move it in a minute, then I will look at continuing on to the next trade. But for now, even in Heikinashe candles, it looks semi-positive. If we go to the slightly higher time frames, there's a 3 minute. We are still slowly working up 5 minute as well. And the 15 minute is even more positive. If I look at the 15 minute on regular candles, just to give you a good picture, you can see that the previous candle still made a higher low than the one before it, and it did make a higher high than the one before it. So we'll see what happens with this candle. But other than that, we're just waiting. We'll go back to the 1 minute and we'll end it there. Well, after some hefty waiting, i.e. like 5-10 minutes, we're getting close. We're currently sitting up again at that same high. Price just seems to consolidate a lot around it. If we look at the M15, we are still moving up. It looks like we're just starting to round up a bit further. If we look at the 1 hour, then it's not that great. But on the M15, which is sort of the highest time frame I'm going to be looking for a trade like this, we are relatively positive. Again, we're still in profit, so we could close if we wish. But we are also focusing on this lower time frame. If you look at the Heikinashe chart, you can see that it's just had a nice swift move upwards. This candle hasn't closed as high as the others, but we're still open for now. And if we're to look at the Heikinashes of a few other time frames, you can see on the M3 that we're pushing up still, and on the 5 minute it's definitely pushing up. It's made a nice clean break. 15 minutes still pushing, and the 1 hour is still pushing. So you can see that we're normally going to be alright. The 30-minute, I actually haven't got open, but we'll open it very, very quickly just to see what it looks like. 30-minute was also bullish. We did obviously push up and leave a good wick. If I open regular candles, just so you can see, we pushed up, we left a wick. This candle has pushed up. It's currently left a little bit of a wick, but nothing major. Leaving a wick is good. It gives you a range to fill later. So I am more than confident that this trade is going okay, and we shall wait a little bit longer. And another catch up. We are almost there. Just a little bit further. If I go to the regular candles, you'll be able to see it a bit better. You can see that we're literally like 10 points away now. If I open up this, you can see that we are actually just about to touch almost touching the line. Got another 15 points on this. Currently £25 a profit, which is nice on something this small. Just being patient. Sometimes patience is the key. I'm going to adjust that slightly to be a bit higher. Yeah, patience is the key sometimes. I'm going to set a stop loss here so I can then chuck it forwards. We're going to set it just in profit, just to protect ourselves. And we are holding out. I would suggest maybe another 10 minutes looking at this screen. Yeah, maybe 10 minutes and we should be there. I'll keep you informed. And we have touchdown. Price has been sitting up and around the target for a few minutes now. I walked off so I missed it, but we're there. In fact, we've shot cleanly past it. If we look at a Heikin-Ashi candle, just for reference, we have exploded past it. If I was interested, I could set another one up at 11,150, 31,150, sorry. But I'm probably just going to close it here. I got what I wanted from it. There is little point holding out further. It's not about being greedy. We can take what we wanted, which was, in this case, £40. So, I go to account history. You can see that today, off of one trade, we made £40, which on an account that was at 490 is almost 10%. Can't complain about that for a day's work. And that is all I've got for this video. If you want more information on Pip Hunter or any of our indicators, or if you have any questions for us in the chat, do let us know. We're always looking to help. Don't forget, currently, as of the 4th of the 7th, 2022, we do have our massive sale, which is about 64%, because we are selling our first month at £17.76. If you're looking to join, now would be the perfect time. I will say have a good evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you are in the world, and enjoy.